The chamber was deep underground, and filled with a ceaseless insectile rustling. Bulbous growths tumesced from the undulating walls, nodular columns and contorted pedestals, black and jagged, and somehow sinewy, jutted from the uneven floor. To an untrained eye, these strange twisted shapes might have resembled the remains of lightning-blasted trees, or could even have been mistaken as the manifestation of some mad sculptor's fevered imaginings. What they actually were, however, were the products of alien technology, and although they appeared inert, each separate component, and indeed the very fabric of the chamber, was threaded with a network of what appeared to be veins, through which pulsed, like sluggish, poisonous blood, a faint green light. Dominating the centre of the chamber was a dais that was almost the height of a man, from which sprouted a dozen or more vine-like tendrils connected to the walls on either side. A hollow appeared to have been scooped from the tangled knot of worm-like roots in the flattened crown of the dais, and in this hollow nestled the book that Rick and his friends had dug out from under the black tree. Silently, a stream of figures drifted into the chamber and formed a wide circle around the dais. The figures were impossibly tall and spindly, with long taloned fingers and massive, squashy, hairless heads. Even in this dank, windless place, their black rags seemed to float around their elongated bodies like the fronds of undersea plants. The last of the figures to enter the chamber appeared to be their leader, even though its appearance seemed all but identical to the others. It was this figure, however, which stood before the book and placed the hooked tips of its many pointed fingers on the fleshy cover. It was this figure, too, which began to speak, or rather chant, words that seemed ancient and alien and somehow ominous. The creature's voice, echoing around the chamber, was breathy, sing-song, almost giggly. It was the voice of a child that was sweetly and dangerously mad. As it had in Rick's room, the book began to writhe and quiver like something alive. Sparks of green light flickered and danced about its surface, and as each spark formed, it was sucked greedily away by the chamber itself. However, this didn't diminish the power of the book. On the contrary, as the chanting continued, the light produced by it gradually strengthened in both brightness and volume. Soon green light was flowing from the book like mother's milk flowing into the bellies of many children. It flowed down the dais and radiated out across the floor in great, gulping surges. It flowed through the tendrils attached to the dais and into the walls. It flowed into the nodular growths and contorted pedestals, invigorating them. The spindly figures looked around, grinning their horribly wide, jagged-toothed grins. They hissed in ecstasy, and clicked their long segmented fingers as the chamber came to glowing life around them. When the chamber had drunk its fill, the leader of the figures raised his right arm and turned its hand palm face upwards, the fingers unfurling slowly like the legs of a massive awakening spider. As if responding to this movement, a bubble of swirling light formed in the centre of the book and then rose slowly into the air before nestling into the palm of the leader's outstretched hand. The leader brought the hand close to its massive mouth, as if to swallow the ball of light. Instead, however, the creature whispered a further incantation, almost as though giving the light instructions. Finally, the leader stretched out an arm, raising its hand high above its bulbous head. The ball of light sat there for a moment, and then, as if propelled by some arcane purpose, it drifted away.